I do not support this bill. Why? I think the government keeps saying that our workers are too expensive and we've got to cut down the amount of money that we're going to give them. And you know, I got to give you guys credit. You led up to this beautifully. You got a very low settlement from the doctors. You got a low settlement from the nurses, and here we come with the public sector, and you're going to impose that same settlement on them. All right, I'll give you credit. That was pretty crafty. Whoever your strategist is, congratulations to them. They get an extra turkey in their little Christmas basket there, or however you guys do that. But why would we Albertans say we don't want public sector workers in a union to be paid well in Alberta? Well, you know what I learned when I was a kid? My parents, we had neighbours who were in the construction industry, and they did really well for themselves. You know, they had a Cadillac, and they went on holidays where all the kids went skiing at Christmas, and I kept saying, you know, why can't we do that? And they'd say, look, we are teachers. We have a steady and not as good payment as we would if we were out in the private sector, but we have a steady amount of money that we make, and we have a very reliable pension. That's how we attract people into the public service. And frankly, for you guys to look good, you need those public servants behind you. So really, you're going to go back to your offices and you're going to look at your staff and say, I don't think you're worth it. I don't think you should get any money. I think you're worth zero. And worse than that, I think I need to be protected from you because you threaten me. I think that you need to be fined, and your union needs to be fined $1 million every time you do something. Really? I thought you would appreciate your staff more than that. But that's who we're talking about, Mr. Speaker. Those are the people that this bill will come down on, and will come down on hard, for the threat of a strike. Just for verbalizing it or taking certain actions that might be interpreted as being thinking of starting a strike, not actually starting a strike, not actually getting on the street, but actually thinking about it, Mr. Speaker. So I'm really interested in why the government is so against the workers that really do the work in this province, that run into the building that's on fire, not out of it. They run into the building where a gunman is shooting, into it, because they're our public servants. But these guys think we need to be protected. We need to take away the deal that we've always had. You don't strike, but you've got arbitration. If you're going to strike, then there's a number of other things that come into play. But these guys, they want to dump that whole garbage truck of every trick they've got, of fines and everything else, on their head, because they thought about having a strike. Thought about it, didn't even do it. Just thought about it. Just had a stick in their hand that happens to look like something you put a placard on. So if you think what I'm saying is outrageous, that's exactly the same as what I think about what you're saying. So this is ideology, a government ideology that is going to drive taxes lower, and they won't charge enough royalties, so it means we can't pay our people enough money and give them a decent pension. And the government is coming at our public service 1, 2, 3.